Good evening, everybody. Easter Sunday, Resurrection Sunday. We will be observing the Lord's Supper at the end of the service before we go home. Yes, sir.
Beginning or end? You announced beginning this morning.
By Sunday, I might preach or do the order of service. Right after our announcements and next week, I probably should. Clock for the business meeting, sports coaching. To be here on time for yet 10 o'clock over at the library. It'll be a good time of fellowship and of worship and learning for y'all. So make sure you make plans to get over there. Huh? Chapter 2.
Sarah.
Read chapter 2. That's your homework. You got a week and a half, or no, almost 2 weeks. Almost. So, and I'm going to go ahead and announce it. I was not going to announce it, but I'm going to go ahead and announce it. We broke our we broke our Annie Armstrong goal this morning.
Amen.
By about what, $50?
Yeah, $45.
Yep. So I'm not going to tell everybody, so that we choose not to share. So that's good. To get the funding, they love to be anything else. The guides, because they do some pray for. Videos that tie into our doing announce. Bibles. Now I gotta go looking for it. This is a psalm of confidence. And why he rest. Let me never be and save me. Be my you are my rock into the wicked, out of the hand by continually of you. Be filled with your praise and with me when my strength fails. God has forsaken him. My God, make haste to help me, covered with reproach. Praise you yet more. Do not know their limits. O God, gray-headed, O God, do not forsake to come. All you who have shown, you shall increase my faithfulness, O my God, to you and my soul, for they are confounded. And it's not listed, most of them are, but we don't know. Saved and consistent God, in you, O Lord, I trusting in you. Cause me to escape. One of the things that we need to do is prayer journals. If you can, to be an answer to prayer yet, and that is for St. Patrick, a shamrock on the back, heretics from the Lord. The way that people normally is for a purpose. The fact that even God is not shocked. God is all because of what we see him do. Things that just seem random at the time, things that just seem minor and lucky, that's God at work. Those things, because then what God has already done. The army of Israel couldn't. David was not significant. Remembered what God days when he was. David took care of me and all of that. And he stood up. But Goliath, and David said, hey, how they fight, they've been beating me. Because my God has done, and not run through scriptures, and we see through whom he was supposed to have a name. That one going up on the mountain with the boy said, we. Faith because of what was connected with. And has already gotten us through. Verse come. We can say that. We can say, be my strong refuge, to which I may resort continually. You have given the commandment to save me, for you are my rock and my fortress. How important is it to have a fortress? To have a refuge that we can go to. To have a place that we use us and that will defend. Verses says it right after my strong refuge. Because it makes a little worried. Worried about this and this and this. I will do that in a second. I found out about it. We build up our confidence. The confidence calling on, if you think about it, you set for extremely to listen to your knees to pray. Remember God's promises and of confidence. Hear it. You've got so many different anguish, Psalms of conviction. You've got so many different anguish, Psalms of conviction, crying, and that God are so overwhelmed that God's there. Sometimes, and we go through it so that we can and say, hey, we'll get through this, and I'm going to. Be far from me, oh my God. Because part of this psalm, in fact, the confidence in God being proved. My mouth will tell me. We give it with somebody and talk about you prayed, and then you tell him shows up. Whether he shows up in little ways, the result. I will hope in the strength of the Lord God. This is a psalmist that never bragged about himself to God, but they never wrote praises for themselves. I will mention your righteousness, only yours. When I am old and gray-headed, that verse, this generation, your power, not just themselves, strength, his power, our confidence is affirmed. And the psalmist does not pretend that everything is okay, because throughout this psalm they're being attacked, they're being assaulted by people. And even in verse 20, you who have shown me great and severe troubles shall revive me again. He acknowledges, God, I have not been perfect, and when I'm not perfect, I have had to deal with the consequences of that. You have shown revive me again. This isn't the first time. It became something that when you're having a bad day, something that you just remember, and at just the right moment to the psalmist, when they were able to remember, the righteousness of God is very high. It's an encouragement to you. Our confidence in thanks to him for it all the day long, for they are confounded. That is, the people who accuse are taken out because God is there. In this psalm, we see of having that confidence. When we singing a song to God, and we know that God has delivered, we have been protected. Because he has been exactly choose to have confidence in God. Pray. Strength. We can come to you, can be confident that cry out with requests. Father, I pray tonight that you'll. Let's stand.